Hello, welcome to the Heir EP, the making of. Probably not that. Welcome to Heir EP.
We're here to talk about the EP. Yes.
We're going to be talking a bit about the backstories to the songs and the recordings that have made up our last string of releases.
Let's get into it.
Let's get fucking into it.
It's a 6-track EP. The songs were written and recorded over quite a span of time, different times. But for some reason, we've decided that they should all be together in one neat little EP package.
Yeah, I think in all honesty, we could try our hardest to tell ourselves there's some great concept and thematic thread going through. But I think the main thing that draws them together is they were our collective favourite 6 songs that we had at the time.
Yeah.
Like I don't think, like, I think we'd got to this place sonically where we'd finally found a bit of a combination of like organic and more electronic, more processed sounds. And I think basically trying to remember most of the demos for most of these tunes that we sent over to you guys, these ones were the ones that you were most taken by on first listen.
The others are rubbish, so no.
You know what I mean? So I feel like the theme is basically what did we all love the most at the time.
Definitely.
And then maybe we threaded a few things in more retrospectively. Like, it was great fun when the One Way Out kind of like visual world for the song came about. It was that then by far and away became the strongest world to put these songs in, didn't it? So it was we'd have to take our cowboy hats off to One Way Out for
some guy. Yeah. There's sort of a mix of styles and genres within these tracks. I think you've got the sort of more organic-y sort of like yacht rock, almost like slightly country sound to like One Way Out, and then you've got Cynthia tracks like Picture Your Mother and Close You Get. I think there was a challenge. We had these songs that we really wanted to put together, and then I think the challenge was sort of finding ways to sonically tie them all together. Do you think we achieved that?
Yes, I think we did. In the end. I think we've touched on it in previous videos, and I think that it sounds like a basic point, but I think the acoustic guitar became our best friend on this
glue.
EP.
Super glue.
Yeah, which sounds obvious, doesn't it, when you think we're songwriters and musicians? But it became the kind of like foundation upon which we knew, well, as long as the song moved and sort of breathed honestly with the sort of vocal and the acoustic guitar moving through the tracks, then we knew that our sort of collective tastes would decorate each of the songs. I guess, it's been a particularly turbulent time, so it's been hard to I think we've had lots of pockets of songwriting phases, and then I guess the cycles that maybe we've ended up on with the band, we've often written more than we need, and so we end up going to gig and trying new songs, and then we kind of fall in love with these new songs a bit more, and then lose touch with old songs we've written, and then so it's almost felt like there's never been this like period of time that we've genuinely wanted to document and kind of present, because like, do you know what I mean? Like, we've always been playing catch up with like,
we're just so prolific.
It's not even so prolific. It's just it is genuinely quite hard to get
focus and,
to do it all in as condensed a period of time as possible. So write and record and release. And I think this was the first time, although the writing was spread over a bit of a larger period of time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. pandemic kind of put a bit of a spanner in the
Yeah,
works there.
but then once we had these like 2 or 3 little batches of songs that we were then picking songs from to put something like this together, we then did have this like that's the time that we want to document, and it was a like I think that we all did have more of an opportunity to get in the same room last summer and go through those recording processes, didn't we? And I think, again, to touch on what we've already said, it's just the best, most airy stuff that we've ever made, isn't it? It's like we've come back full circle to these songwriter tunes with the fun decorations that like we like to put over the top of it sonically. So I think that's probably why it felt like this was the right time to put a body of work together again. Would you say?
Yeah, I agree.
There are 3 main processes with our music making. So as songwriters, myself, Tom and Steve, always trying to gather materials before we end up in a room together. So that might be creating little musical loops, but also like note-taking on our phones as well, and trying to, I think especially when you're writing with other people, you sort of get to a moment in time where you're free to write, or you've scheduled yourself a moment to write, and then instead of having the blank page, you've then got these these almost like these 2 prompts, or like 2 materials. It's like a game of like match the pairs, where it's like, here's a load of lyrics, or here's a load of titles or feelings or whatever, and then here's a load of musical loops, sound worlds, grooves, whatever it may be, and it's like what goes with what, and it then like sets you on your way. So I don't know, the momentum is there like right from the start of the day. So when like moving on to the second part of the process, when Tom, Steve and I are together to do the songwriting part, it's like you wake up, you have a listen to what we've got, you look at these notes, and then, you know, before the day's even started, you're already halfway into a song, and then we move on to the third part of the process, don't we?
Yeah, I think with these songs in particular, I think the demos for these songs are the most complete I've ever received, which is really exciting because it's like, oh wow, I can hear the vision straight away. It's fun just getting stuck in, and yeah, just really excited about the songs from the first listens, and enjoyed them all because I could really hear what they were about.
We got one way, said this
probably worth noting as well, like we're all like, none of us are producers, and we're all sort of finding our way in the studio, but we have recorded it all ourselves.
Yep.
So it's been very much a DIY recording process and EP making process, isn't it? We have had the pleasure of having our mates do some bits on the tail end of making the EP. So obviously Hugo.
Yeah. So Hugo, our friend Hugo Merdithadi, mixed it for us. We've definitely talked about him in some previous videos. He's really, he's a musician in his own right. Very creative, like mixed engineer. So
he will, you know, there is that bit of license on his end to play with reverbs and effects. Where again, it's something that it's an area that we're less experienced with.
Yes,
I suppose. So it's quite nice knowing that you've always got that next stage, and that outside ear. Kane as well, doing the mastering. So we've had a couple of people in on the project with us, but it has mostly been ourselves. I don't know about you guys, but I think it would be great to work with a producer, because you have that executive voice of like, I'm in control of the sounds. You guys will have your ideas, but then I'm going to sort of direct and steer this ship.
And so in doing this EP, we've sort of had to fill that role
We have,
ourselves, which is tricky when you're in the recording. And yeah, as I said, it's been quite DIY. We did a lot of the recording here. This is Sam Newman's basement, which last summer when we did most of the recording was an absolute sweatbox.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that day when it was 40 degrees.
Yeah, it was rough.
I don't think we recorded that day, but yeah.
No, we did. We recorded piano in Tom's house that day.
Oh yeah,
we did the Picture Mother.
Yeah, no, you recorded. I was sunbathing outside. I think something about recording it all ourselves and in this space, and then Steve set up a little studio in a garage in Runcorn. So most of it's either recorded here or there, or in like our front rooms. And I think something about using the same spaces has sort of tied it all together. I quite like how there's a continuity between the tracks because we did it in the same space.
Thank you very much for watching. When this video is up, the EP will be out in just over a week, I think, with the final track, Closer You Get. Have a listen to it the whole way through, see what you think. It's weird these days, like you release your entire
we've just
piece
drip
then
fed you each.
Look, a whole EP, everyone.
Magic.
But it would mean a lot if to hear what you think about the piece as a whole. It's lovely to have a bigger body of music, isn't it, to share with people. So let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, let us know if what we've said today makes any sense.
I fucking hope so.
Yep. Cheers.
Bye.